This is probably about the most excitement that I've had since I've been back. It's just proven exactly why I chose to do medicine. This is probably the most basic practical skill I'm ever gonna have to do as a doctor. I don't know why, but I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. I mean, don't even talk to me about this. Welcome back to another weekly vlog, everyone, and of course I started my week off doing an hour of flashcards on Anki before getting my overnight oats for breakfast. You are in for one very exciting vlog this week with essay submissions, COVID tests, picnics and even a few end of term tears. So come along for my last week of medical school as a first year at the University of Birmingham before the Easter holidays. Hello my loves and welcome back to my channel. Today it is molecules to man, which is a very anatomy based subject, and if anybody knows, I used to hate anatomy. We're not saying that anymore because I feel like it's just a negative mindset to have, and I've actually been enjoying it a lot more thanks to Tamra's anatomy book. So I'm going to learn about that. I'm going to write my Anki flashcards and just prepare for an hour. Instead of writing notes and then changing them into flashcards, especially for subjects like anatomy, what I really like to do is just make my flashcards immediately to prepare for the session. This just saves so much time and I would really recommend trying it if you haven't already. So I have just finished preparing for my first SGT. First thing that we have at 10 is some sort of like practical thing. I've had to print off this sheet and it looks like origami, so I've no idea what this session is going to be. It's called Hands-on Anatomy on Zoom. After scavenging around and not being able to find any normal scissors, I then converted to these eyebrow or nail scissors, which was really tricky to cut, but it was actually so much fun to do this. We logged onto the Zoom. I didn't have any string to do it either, but it was actually really interactive and slightly helpful. This is my 3D model of the upper limb. So you've just got like the muscles, the veins, the arteries, the nerves and where they all go. Clearly I can't do GCSE maths because I literally can't put this cuboid together. And then I have my femoral triangle as well. I'm not sure if that was overly helpful, but it has given me the idea to make everything a little bit more 3D. Now I'm going to go and get another coffee because we all know what my obsession with coffee. Getting a coffee machine is literally dangerous. I then logged onto Zoom for my small group teaching of about 15 of us to learn the gluteal muscles and just edited my Anki flashcards and really checked my understanding before finishing that and finally getting on to some of the set lectures, which were again on different muscles, their innervations and blood supply. It is now 1 o'clock and I haven't even nearly finished this one lecture. It is on the nerves and I find the nerves and the pathways so confusing, but I am going to go and get lunch now. I've actually meal prep, which is what I always do for lunch. I love having something just really quick and easy to make. I made a lentil and quinoa salad from Deliciously Ella. I'm so excited, it looks so good. So I'm going to go and get that now, have a little break and then get back to this after. After lunch, I was in a bit of a mid-afternoon slump and decided what I needed was a change of scenery. So I headed off to the library and accidentally got myself a Starbucks coffee on the way too because I cannot resist when I walk past. I then worked here for the afternoon on my set lectures and I found it so much more motivating to just have a change of scenery, and sometimes this is exactly what you need. I've just got back in from the library and I actually had a really good stint. I really enjoyed it. I was feeling so unmotivated after lunch. Right now I'm going to go and get dinner with Daisy. I actually have some stir fry that I brought from Aldi yesterday and some tofu that I cooked, and I'm just going to have it with some packet rice. Normally I would cook the rice because it literally is so much cheaper and it takes 2 seconds. However, I've come back in too late, can't be bothered, and I would just rather stick it in the microwave. I'm now just going to get on and finish the second half of the lecture that I didn't get through so that I know it's done. I've not got a lot of motivation, to be honest, but I'm going to force myself, even if I just do half an hour of it, and just to get a little bit more done so I can start tomorrow with a fresh head. So it is now actually 8:30 and I did manage to finish that lecture. I was going to submit my essay. We have our CBM essay due in tomorrow at 5 o'clock and this is our last essay of the semester and I am really happy with it. but I don't want to hand it in. I want to read through it one more time when I'm not tired and I can just check for any silly mistakes. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. Right now I'm just going to get ready for bed because I'm actually waking up at 5 o'clock. I mean, don't even talk to me about this. I thought it would be a good idea to follow and Jade's morning routine, and I am really looking forward to making this video for you, and it will have been out by now, but I'm already quite tired. I didn't have the best of sleep last night, and now I'm actually signing up to wake up at 5 o'clock. Good morning everyone and welcome back. I actually do feel really refreshed. I really enjoyed following Jade's morning routine. It was really good, although she hasn't had any coffee yet and it's literally nearly 8:45, so I think I'm starting to get caffeine withdrawal symptoms. I'm actually going to submit my essay right now. I want to get it off this morning because the deadline is 5 o'clock and we have a really busy day of my respiratory module. I'm going to send it. After faffing around and reading the instructions 3 more times, I finally submitted my essay off and checked that it was submitted properly before getting on with my pre-recorded lectures that I needed to watch for later on in the day. So we just had a live case study. We basically just read through a case study and answer some questions, and it's on the work that we did the week before. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to cry. I really think that I understand these concepts, and then they ask us these questions and I'm like, I really don't understand what is going on. But the good thing is no one else seems to understand it either, so that is a little reassuring. But it's just another thing over Easter I need to add to my long list of things that I need to do. They also are setting us like double the amount of work this week, which is ridiculous because we cannot physically get through it. I haven't even got through the pre-recorded lectures for the live that we have later. We have a 2-hour interactive live Q&A where you basically need to do the work before, then it's like a really interactive Zoom where he asks you questions and you do polls, and it's really good and really helpful. But for some reason this week he's done 2 in 1. I'm going to get through obviously as much as I can. I've got like an hour now before I'm going to go and get something to eat. So I normally listen to my lectures at 1.25 or 1.5 speed, but I pause and play them a lot. Some concepts just take me a little longer to get, and I actually love the fact that you can do this with pre-recorded lectures, and it's one positive of having online uni. I'm actually feeling okay. I'm not too tired considering the fact I woke up at 5 o'clock, but right now I'm going to go and get my lunch and then crack straight back on with my lectures. I seriously need to do something about my hair. I don't know why this is actually acceptable. However, I'm having some serious problem with maths. So I haven't done my maths A-level in 2 years, and we've now started doing logs again. I mean, I thought I was never going to have to use a log ever again in my life, but apparently it's involved in respiration and I literally cannot get the maths right. I think my calculator is broken. I have no clue what is going on, so I need to go to the Q&A session that is at 5. It's now 4 o'clock and I have 2 more lectures to get through. Now 6:30 and I'm just going to go and get some dinner with Daisy, and I think Ben might be in the kitchen as well. I'm going to make a big bowl of pasta because it literally always cheers me up. Today has just been one of those days where nothing has gone in. All of the group chats as well have been going mad about this essay, and I've been like second guessing everything and wasting so much time just like going back over it, checking I've submitted it right. Like, it's just stressful, especially when, I don't know why, but I still don't feel like I know what I'm doing. After having dinner with Daisy and Ben, I then just got back to doing some lectures before doing a tiny little bit of editing and suddenly getting ridiculously tired. It is now 9:30 and getting up at 5 o'clock has just hit me like a truck. I really just need to get into bed now. I am shattered. I actually have decided that I'm going to set my alarm 15 minutes earlier. I'm going to get up at 6:45 tomorrow and just do 15 minutes of writing positive affirmations. I feel like it was such a nice way to start the day. This is literally so random, but I thought before I went to bed I would just quickly show you what I've been doing with my skin at the moment. I actually moisturise and then use this guava. Even if it doesn't make a difference, it really relaxes me before bed. It's my normal Ren moisturiser, but honestly you could probably use whatever. And after I've washed my face, I then just pop a tiny little bit of this moisturiser on and then use this guava to tone it. I'm going to finish doing this, and if you do want a more in-depth skincare routine or anything like that, just let me know. But I thought I would quickly show you before I get ready to sleep and see you all in the morning. I started my day writing down my affirmations, and this was one of my favourite part of Jade's routine. Before getting on with an hour of Anki, I always set my forest timer just because it helps me stay motivated, especially in the morning, and I listen to Disney instrumental music as well. I go through the Anki that I did from the previous day to recap everything, as well as slightly edit the cards if there was anything that I didn't quite understand or hadn't added photos for. I then made myself a coffee. Unfortunately, I have not been sticking to Jay's routine of not having caffeine in the morning before making my overnight oats. As you probably know, I have these every single day. They're just so quick, so easy, and taste absolutely delicious. You have to start making them the night before. It honestly is a game changer. Good morning everyone, and welcome to Wednesday. This week is actually going quite fast. At 10:30 I have a meeting with my research group. At Birmingham Medical School you get set a research project, which basically means interviewing a real researcher about his work, and our researcher was actually working on the COVID vaccine, so it is really interesting and we need to present it to the other half of our group. So we need to prepare our presentation today and then we are presenting it tomorrow, which is quite last minute, but we have all been so busy. I then just got on watching the pre-recorded lecture for the small group teaching that I had on later on in the day before logging on to Zoom and speaking to my research group about what we were going to plan for our presentation. Just been looking through this study. Now, I don't know what it is about research, but there are just so many long words. I don't want to sound like an idiot, but they seriously have like some really long words and I'm like, what? And I read it like 3 times and I still don't understand it. But like I said, I find this really interesting. It's all about healthcare workers actually carrying COVID asymptomatically and potentially spreading it, and his research is really relevant. Right now, I'm just going to get ready for my small group teaching, which is on my actual main module now. I've just finished that SGT and that was really good actually. I really enjoyed it, but I'm now starving. I'm going to go and get some lunch. I'm just going to go down and get my post now. I know I have some lateral flow tests that I need to take because I am going home on Friday, which I'm so sad about. It feels like I've hardly been here, but I want to go home for Easter for 3 weeks and I need to take a few tests before I go back. The weather is also so nice, so I think I've decided I'm going to go on a run this afternoon. So there was something a little bit more exciting in the post that I will show you after, but my mum actually sent me these COVID tests. I've done this so many times now, it should be easy, but I've never done it myself. Fingers crossed it is negative, and I will report in after I've read the instructions and worked out how to do this test, which can't be that hard because this is probably the most basic practical skill I'm ever going to have to do as a doctor. Anyway, the very much more exciting thing that came in the post is this. Now look at this. I was really kindly sent this by UoB, and it is a vlogging stand. You are actually on this stand right now. I've swapped it around because this is my old one, which is equally from them as well. These are the best vlogging stands ever. They're called Gorilla Pods, and it means that you can just bend them all like this. Like, they are really, really good. I got one that wasn't from UoB once, and trust me, I regretted it the minute I brought it. It was not moving the same. It wasn't as flexible like this. I was thinking, if any of you are actually thinking of starting a YouTube channel, which I cannot recommend enough, don't care what people think. Who honestly cares at the end of the day? People don't really care as much as you worry about, and if they do, then they just need to focus on their own lives. I would really recommend getting started with this and having a phone, because you never know, you might not enjoy it, and cameras are such an investment. This is the next best thing. You can literally pop it onto your phone, and it comes with loads of different pieces. It even comes with a little torch in case you are in the dark. This is going to be perfect to take photos, so you might just want it to take some better photos, but it also comes with a speaker as well, so you have basically got everything you need to just get started. So I'm going to pop the description to UoB in the description box below. My little test came back negative. I'm actually so happy about that. I'm still just editing. I'm going to keep editing for a little bit longer. I then did a quick little 20-minute run before coming back and doing a full body workout, as always from the Tone and Sculpt app by Chrissy Keller, which I'm obsessed with, and you can actually get a student discount for if you are a student. They always kill me, but they are so good, and I did this circuit 3 times. I've just finished my workout. It was so nice to get moving. Now I'm just going to go and get a green tea and crack on. It's now 6:30 and I've nearly finished editing this video. I actually really wasn't as tired as I thought I was going to be, and it's made me question about whether I should start getting up, not at 5 o'clock, but maybe at like 5:45. I don't know, like I feel like after the Easter holidays I'm definitely going to have a proper rethink about my morning routine, because I did love getting up earlier and just achieving so much more with my day. I then went into the kitchen and had dinner with Daisy. I had this big bowl of lentil pasta again with some peas before getting back to editing for the evening, before at 9:30 just getting really tired. I am absolutely shattered. I've stopped doing any work or any YouTube stuff, and I'm just going to get into bed and probably watch something on the telly for a little bit. Thought before I went to sleep I would quickly show you what I do every single evening. I don't think I've ever showed you this before, but I just like to use this to make a rough plan for the next day. So I just schedule in my hours and what I need to do very roughly, just so I feel really organised. And then if there's anything random that I think of that I need to do, it goes on my to-do list and not on my schedule. I also like to get ready what I'm wearing, which obviously currently is just lounge dress. I just feel like it sets you up in the best way possible to start your day. I started my day like any other with an hour of Anki, except I decided to skip out on doing the module the day before and did my harder anatomy module instead, before of course going and making my overnight oats. I genuinely look forward to getting up just so I can have this bowl of overnight oats. I then decided to start my morning with Molly May instead of the news today, just to treat myself. Good morning everyone and welcome to Thursday. This afternoon at 3 o'clock I have my research presentation, and then as you can actually kind of see, the weather is gorgeous today. It's so lovely to see the sun. So me and my friend have decided we're going to go for a little picnic and sit outside and eat our lunch out there. Before lunch I just finished off preparing for the research presentation, as well as finishing some editing, so it's all ready to upload later. I'm just off now, I'm all ready to go. I've got my packed lunch in here. Fortunately, because I'm meal prepped, I'm just going to have that lunch that I've been eating all week, and I'm really looking forward to just getting some fresh air. I'll very quickly show you what I'm wearing just because I'm obsessed with this top. So I've just got my coat from Zara, and then this little vest from Motel Rocks, and this bag is from Zara last year as well. We are all ready to go. This is probably about the most excitement that I've had since I've been back. I'm just waiting outside the medical school for my friend to come out. It's now nearly 3 o'clock and I'm just getting ready to log on to the Zoom and do our research presentation. I had such a lovely lunch, just sat up at the Vale having a picnic, and now it is time to log on to Zoom, get this 3 till 5 done, and then it is done. Our research project is over. After our research meeting I then uploaded my video and went on the live chat. I love having you all on the premiere and replying to all your comments there and then and watching the video with you. So thank you so much anybody who joined. I literally love them. I need to do a tiny little bit of admin stuff, just replying to some emails that I haven't replied to, and then me and Daisy are gonna have a dinner together. It's like 7. It's now actually 11:30 and I'm so tired. Me and Daisy were just sat in the kitchen talking all night because obviously it's my last night before I go home before Easter, but we both just got so tired. So now I'm just going to go and have a shower, relax for a little bit, and then go to sleep. Good morning everyone. So please just ignore the fact I look like an egg right now. I've actually got up and tanned. I mean, don't ask me why I've tanned or what I've tanned for, but it just makes me feel better. So this is on for the morning, and then I need to shower it off, but it means that I currently do look awful. I have been up since 6:30. I don't know why, my body just seemed to wake me up at 6:30, but I wasn't complaining. I got out of bed, I've actually changed all my sheets so that they're all nice and clean for when I come back, and my mum can wash the dirty ones for me and I don't have to do them. I've had some breakfast and I've actually skipped doing Anki today. I know, bad Anna, but it is the last day of term and I've very much got that like end of term feeling. I don't really want to do any work today, but I do need to do some work. I spent an hour just prepping for this anatomy practical we have. I'm going to do another hour now, and then we have this live, which is the last one before Easter. I'm so excited to have this one over, and then we have some set lectures that I'm going to get on with as well before I go home. But I also do need to pack, because considering I haven't been here for that long, I've made a lot of mess. When I come back, there will be so many more things open, so much more to do. I can go to the gyms, we'll be able to go and sit in pub gardens outside, and you won't have to just see me in my room all the time, so the vlogs will be a lot more interesting for you all. But we've just got one more day to get through before Easter and a little bit of a break. I then just finished preparing for my anatomy module, mainly by watching YouTube videos. I love Anatomy Zone at the moment. They really explain things in a really simplistic way before actually getting on with my set lectures for the day after my small group teaching. It's now just gone 1 o'clock and I am still the colour of an Oompa Loompa. I'm going to wash my tan off at some point after lunch. This morning we've been doing modules on nutrition and it is literally so interesting. If people didn't know, when I was on my gap year and I wasn't 100% sure what I wanted to do, I went to actually go and visit quite a few unis to do a nutrition degree because I find nutrition so interesting and like how you fuel your body makes such a difference. And we actually had something on the microbiome today, which I've done loads of independent research on. Anyway, I'm loving today's modules. Like, I'm proper nerding out over them. I'm really enjoying it. It's just proven exactly why I chose to do medicine. And when it gets really hard and you feel like you lose your motivation, I love the relevance and how versatile it is. So I'm actually in such a positive mood. And I've messaged my mum. My mum is coming to pick me up at 5:30. I'm going to see Daisy before I go as well. So weird going again, but we're not off home for long. And then we will be back in my little room. I then had my last meal prepped lunch and watched some YouTube and Olivia Neal, who is of course one of my favourite YouTubers. I then got on with the rest of my set lectures on nutrition and actually got quite distracted and spent ages on these before Daisy came in, and I manically packed as well as said goodbye to Daisy before finally turning off all my lights and leaving and locking my room for the last time in 3 weeks. I'm just saying goodbye to Daisy. 3 weeks. It's only 3 weeks. So it was a very manic leave. I was actually in such a rush to pack. I did manage to have a shower, wash this off, get changed quickly and pack half of my room. I have packed an awful lot of stuff. We all know I have an issue with packing light. However, I'm now with my family. It's so nice to be in the car with them and see them all again. Oh, and I did take another COVID test as well. It was negative, so we're all good there. I'm home. We are just ordering a Thai now, and we've actually got all the Easter decorations up, which is lovely. And the dogs gave me a very friendly welcome. You want to go and look? Oh, it's so nice to see them. I've missed the dogs. The one thing I always think about when I'm home is how clean everywhere is. At university, I do clean, it's just not this clean, and it is so lovely to be back. It's going to be such a lovely break. My mum is so sweet as well. She has literally got me some tulips to go there, and I just love my family. Like, I really do love my family, so it's going to be so nice to be with them. I am now just going to go and enjoy my evening with everyone, and I will see you in the morning. I don't want to vlog everyone because my family hate being in the vlogs anyway, and I just want to enjoy some good quality time with them. But I have quite a few plans tomorrow, so I shall see you tomorrow. I need to unpack the mass amount of stuff that I brought home as well. Oh, and I've actually finished. Like, I can't believe I've finished for Easter. Like, I've finished. I haven't got any more live stuff for 3 weeks. I mean, what is going on? It's going to actually feel surreal. I'm so excited. I have a lot of catching up to do, and we have exams in May, but we're not thinking about that. We are now home and on holiday. It is now Saturday, and as you can see, my room is literally an absolute tip. Last night I had such a nice time with my family. We just had a Thai and just talked all night, and then I got such a good night's sleep. It's so quiet here in comparison to university, and I just slept for ages. I really hope you did enjoy today's vlog. I'm gonna go and see my best friend, and we're gonna go on a walk and grab a coffee. I'm gonna try and organize a few YouTube things for you all. So now I'm on the Easter holidays. If you have any video requests or anything you want to see, then please let me know in the comments box below. And if you did enjoy today's video, then please give it a big thumbs up. And I will see you all so soon in my next video. Have a lovely Easter. Bye!